All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Sun Tri Nguyen, and our group is Group 7, including me, Love Pitts, Wei Tong, and Joseph Abing. I am pleased to open this kickoff meeting for the Rapid Diagnostic Laboratory IT Hardware Installation Project, or RDL-IT-HW. We are officially moving from the planning phase into the delivery of this crucial infrastructure. This project is a key initiative under the Ontario Ministry of Health Technology Secretariat. All right. Our goal today's session is to ensure everyone is aligned on the roadmap ahead. I will start with a high-level project overview of what we are seeking to achieve. Following that, we will dive into the methodology, scope, and timelines to define our boundaries and key milestones. We'll conclude with the next steps required to move this effort forward immediately. Detailed timelines are also provided in the appendix for our reference later. So what's our mission? We have four primary objectives. First is security and compliance. We must deliver an IT platform that satisfies both HIPAA and ISO 15189 requirements. This ensures our laboratory information management system, LIMS, operates without any audit-related interruptions. The second is scalability. Our infrastructure is built for the future. It is designed to support a projected 30% increase in staff and test volume over the next 3 years. Third is performance. We aim to reduce operational latency by at least 15% by deploying high-performance workstations and Cat6a cabling. We are directly accelerating our sample processing cycles. The last thing is user transition. We are committed to a smooth transition, including a comprehensive 2-day hands-on training program for all clinical and administrative staff. Okay, and to sum up our overview, our core mandate is to deliver this secure regulatory compliance IT platform on schedule. We will achieve this by strictly following the submitted plans and schedules to ensure our hits desired results within the specified 5-month period. This isn't just a hardware refresh, it's about building the reliability the laboratory needs to open its doors and in this April. And next, please. Next is Joseph, right?
Hi, good evening. My name is Joseph, and I'm a member of this team. So I will be discussing why you should get involved, what approach we are taking, and the project business objectives. So first, why should you get involved? So first, you, you should get involved for professional development. So the participants will be working in a contemporary server room design, enterprise grade networking, and this will be a great experience that will be highly marketable in the workplace. And then next, influence on design. So by contributing to the requirements and feedback, you will help shape an infrastructure that directly supports your day-to-day workflows. Next would be vendor collaboration. So engaging with our partner, the ABC Solutions, will offer exposure to industry best practices in installation methods and contractual governance. So that would be a great plus to your experience. Next would be data stewardship. So your involvement ensures that configuration settings, change control procedures, and asset management policies would reflect the laboratory's operational realities. And lastly, organizational impact. So successful delivery will be cited as a benchmark project for future IT initiatives across the health technology portfolio. Next, what approach are we taking? So we have 5 approaches. With your help, we'll do the following of the 5 approaches. First will be the phase design, procure, install, test, and train life cycle. So each stage is gated by a formal review that will guarantee that deliverables will meet predefined quality criteria before the next phase starts. And then next will be iterative stakeholder workshops. And next will be risk adjusted schedule, agile inspired sprint reviews. With this, weekly team huddles and bi-weekly steering committee briefings would provide transparent progress. And lastly would be documentation first mindset. So all configurations, tests, SOPs, and version control on SharePoint before field deployment. This will ensure repeatability and auditability of all documents for this project. Next. For our business project business objectives. So the following objectives with their targets will be implemented. Number one, regulatory compliance. So the project will fully meet HIPAA and ISO 15189 security baselines, and the target will be zero critical audit findings, documented compliance evidence on SharePoint. The next objective would be operational excellence. This is to cut the average LIMS processing time by greater than 15%. In order to measure this, the response time will be less than 2 seconds for 95% of user transactions. And next objective is scalable growth. So to support a 30% staff increase without major reengineering, this was already mentioned before by Tree. And then next would be financial stewardship to deliver a net positive financial return. So where NPV was positive plus $466,000 with an ROA of 74% over a 5-year horizon. And lastly is user satisfaction to achieve 90% positive feedback on training and system usability. So the next will be Max.
Now, let's clarify, define the scope of our project, include what we will do and what we will not cover. Let's first look at the in-scope item. First, we will design and construct a dedicated server room, including the installation of racks, UPS, and cooling systems. Then, we will lay structured Cat6 cabling and fiber backbone to support 12 workstations and all networking equipment. We will also proceed and install 2 Windows Server 2022 hosts, 12 high-performance workstations, 2 PoE-enabled 48-port switches, and the next generation firewall, and a 10 TB NAS. Then we will handle OS image configuration, LRMS client setup, security hardening, backup agent installation, and VLAN segmentation. Finally, we will conduct conversation integration testing, user acceptance testing, private documentation, and deliver end-user training. Now, for the out-of-scope item, telephone and field IP service will be provided by a separate contractor. LIMS license payment will be done directly by RDL. Ongoing post-go live support beyond the 13 days warranty is available via a separate manager service contractor, and we won't cover furniture, internal fit-out, or major building construction working. High-level plan, milestone, and deliverable. Outline of our high-level project plan, key milestones, and corresponding deliverables. The project started with the approved project chapter on January 28, 2026, followed by detailed design completion and project plan development and proof in February and March. We will finish vendor selection, issue hardware and software purchase order by later March, and kick off project execution on April 1. Key midterm milestones include server room building out, cabin completion by mid-May, and physical installation and system configuration by mid-June. Subsequently, we will conduct integration testing, UAT, and user training, and handover in later June and earlier July, with go live on July 13 and the project close out on August 7. The final deadline for full project complete is September 15, 2026. All milestones are tied to clear deliverable to ensure smooth execution. How can you help? Your participation is crucial to the success of this project, and there are several key activities we will ask you to join. First, please provide detailed requirements, including functional and non-functional specifications for LIMS interface, data retention, and security controls. Second, participate in design reviews by joining bi-weekly technical workshops to validate networking technology and rack layout. You will also need to approve procurement milestones by reviewing and signing off the vendor selection metric and final purchase order packages, and support testing activities by allocate clinical staff for UAT and reporting description promptly. Please ensure all end users attend the 2-day training sessions and complete feedback forms. Finally, tracking change measurement by communication and transition to your teams and addressing concerns earlier. Your support will help us move the project forward smoothly.
In the next slide, first I will explain the next step of our project. We start by obtaining formal approval of the project plan. This ensures that everyone agrees with our goal and timeline before we move forward. Next, we identify and confirm all required resources, including technical staff and team members. This helps make sure the right people are assigned to each task. After that, we finalize the schedule using Microsoft project and share it with the stakeholders so everyone understands their responsibility. We then conduct an orientation section to align all participants and explain the project structure and communication process. Finally, we begin a risk identification workshop to identify possible risks early and prepare solution in advance. In the next slide, now I will explain the detailed project timeline. The timeline is shown using a chart which help us see all tasks and their sequence. The project begins with the planning and design, followed by a procurement of required resources. Then we move to the execution phase, where installation and system setup take place. After that, we perform testing to ensure everything is working properly. Next, we conduct training and handover so users can use the system effectively. Finally, the project ends with the closer activities, include documentation and a review. The timeline help us to stay organized and complete the project on a time. Thank you for your time. We are ready to answer any question.
No, we don't have any.
I have no questions.
No questions.
Yeah. He did not off yet recording.
Okay, thank you guys.